Ladies, 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 I'm here on the show for the post-show recap of Wrestlemania 41. First night, yes, I just had a blue sugar. It's why my tongue's blue. But anyways, let's talk about Wrestlemania. Where are you stupid fucks that said, let it play out? What I watched tonight, besides the main event, obviously, which was Chef's Kiss, the Jacob Fatu L.A. not yeah match. I'm sorry, night one just wasn't good. Besides those two matches, I kind of like Tiffany Stratton, Charlotte. Wasn't great, but all I care about is Tiffany Stratton entertaining. But other than that, the show wasn't good. The build to WrestleMania wasn't good. I'm not surprised. Night one was kind of ass outside of those two matches. But I said in the prediction video I did before WrestleMania that Paul Heyman would join Seth Rollins and raise his hand at the end of WrestleMania. Remember when Cody Rhodes said his bloodline, his wise man would leave him? And Roman Reigns has no bloodline. He now has no wise man. A pretty great ending to otherwise shit night one of WrestleMania, I'm not gonna lie. But Paul Heyman walking out with Seth Rollins, this main event legitimately saved all of WrestleMania. Not one, specifically. And this was one of the best triple threat matches in the history of the company. I'm kind of curious what they'll do with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. I think it's going to be part of a bigger story. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens forward. Maybe is this going to become basically Authority 2.0, you know? Seth Rollins sells out. I mean, I felt it was a bit predictable, but it was great, though. Very enjoyable. What a fucking match. A bunch of good spots. And times you thought the match was over, it wasn't. It delivered. They legitimately carried this entire 4 fucking hours. And this might be the worst, out of these WrestleManias, worst night one ever. Because it felt like it was a TV taping with a $50 billion budget. It kind of felt like Monday Night Raw and the crowd wasn't that great until the end. And there was 3 matches on this show that got 15 minutes or less. Like, just think about that. Just kind of the pacing, the crowd, the match quality was not really great. I think tomorrow will be better, because I feel like they stacked day 2 intentionally. But I don't know. The WrestleMania build underwhelmed. And night 1 was just shit to me. Stand and Deliver was a much better show. Like, there were so many bangers. Way better. Blew this show night out of the water. But yeah. Let's go over the show. Well, actually, in a second, because night 1 was just shit. But let's go over this. I mean, the crowd sucked ass tonight, but let's go over this shit here. So let's start from the start. Jey Uso wins the championship, the World Heavyweight Championship over Gunther. It wasn't really that good of a match. Like, I'm sorry. It just wasn't. The match was mid. Okay, Jey Uso gets his moment. I mean, I did not have that high of expectations. It was decent at best. What expectations am I expecting for Jey Uso? The match wasn't that good. Like, I'm sorry. Your guys' bar for a good match must be really damn low. It was an alright match. I'm not calling it damn good. It was okay. Wasn't great. I've watched Gunther have way better matches. And he made him pass out. Pathetic. I just didn't like the finish, having him pass out. Okay, yeah, overconfidence, story. You know, he's beat him 3 times. Sorry, I'm not going to defend Triple H's booking just to defend it. Sure, good moment for the crowd, I guess. This is actually one of the most probably anticipated matches, and it was kind of underwhelming to kick off the show. Like, it wasn't egregiously bad or anything like that bad, but like, it's WrestleMania. Like, it's WrestleMania. It's okay, it's acceptable if it's like on a Monday Night Raw or something. It's a solid match, but it's WrestleMania, dude. They made Gunther tap to Jey Uso. I'm sorry, dude. This is a TV match. Just be patient, they said. Jey is going to prove everybody wrong, they said. And the match was going to be great, they said. Dog shit. I mean, I take this shit too far. We've seen worse moments in WWE history, so this is not the worst. It's a good moment. I ain't denying that. It just wasn't that great of a match. I've seen Gunther have way better matches. Hopefully this isn't a long title reign, like... Gunther's... You better not come after his wrestling skills, because he carried Jason to a semi-decent match. I'm not denying he isn't over. It's just not a great race. If Gunther's gonna lose, make him look good, not with a fucking sleeper hole. Motherfuckers trying to compare this shit to Daniel Bryan winning at WrestleMania 30. They have, trust me. But this just didn't feel like WrestleMania, all besides the main event. And then the New Day win the tag titles over the War Raiders. I'm sorry, dude. I just felt nothing. WWE Creative had a miserable follow-up after New Day turned heel on Big E. Crowd couldn't be bothered to show any fucking reaction, as they probably should, because there was no heat into this. The crowd could not care less about the War Raiders. For a crowd to be that quiet for anything on this show proves you made a mistake. But this shit's on the show over the SmackDown tag titles. Good booking, Triple H. Retard. And the New Day win the titles in a very heatless match. That match was the drizzling shits. She didn't care. Crowd didn't care. They shouldn't have been on the show. Or it didn't have any botches. Yeah, I don't care. The match was just meh. Naomi and Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill beats Naomi. I would have gave Naomi the win, but whatever. It was a fun match. I mean, it wasn't great. Like, Jade is getting, I guess, kind of better, but for a blood feud, they kind of lack some intensity. To me. I mean, Jade's whatever. I mean, she's whatever in the ring, dude. I mean, I'm not going to say the match was bad. I thought it was fine. It was half decent, but I wish they gave Naomi a win. But maybe they'll push her going forward. Jacob Fatu and L.A. Knight, yeah, for the U.S. Championship. Jacob Fatu beats L.A. Knight. Out of the first few matches, this was by a very large margin, at the time, match of the night, through the first 2 hours. That was great. Jacob Fatu is the new U.S. champion. I thought that match kind of did wake me up, to be honest. And there were some good spots. That BFT in mid-air was awesome, and got the crowd a little bit woke up there at the end. But I'm pleasantly surprised that there wasn't no interferences. Just a great match and a clean victory by Jacob Fatu. Favorite match of the night. But yeah, I don't know what LA Knight's gonna do next. That shows you he can go in the ring, so can Jacob Fatu. But the crowd did suck ass. Like, the show just kind of like that. The crowd sucks ass because WWE has priced out majority of the real fans so they can have their fucking celebrities. I also want to point out Bayley is not injured. The angle been playing for several weeks. So Wilder's going to have 24 hours to pick a partner. We know it's going to be Becky Lynch. At least I think it will. But it's kind of crazy. Like, I don't know why they're putting Bayley off the card when she's had these last few good weeks with Lyra Valkyria. I don't get it. Why are you just pulling her out the day of? They don't know. And then Americano versus Rey Fenix. Rey Mysterio was out with injury. I don't know if he's actually injured. Chad Gable, we know Chad Gable, beats Rey Fenix, Americano. I don't know, man. Expect a lot more out of that match. Especially if Rey Fenix was scheduled to lose. Why not? Not saying it was bad, but why did everything besides a few matches feel so rushed? Expected a lot better from this. Oh, I expected a lot from a match with under 24 hours of planning. For 2 seasoned professionals who know how to wrestle lucha style, yes, I expect more. When you have Chad Gable and Rey Fenix, yes, I do expect more. But yeah, Americano wins. It's just, we had 3 matches go under 10 minutes. Like, why are we rushing shit? Tiffany Stratton defeated Charlotte Flair to retain the Women's Championship. Thank God. I mean, she's one of my favorites, so thank God she retained. Charlotte looked like she sandbagged a lot of moves Tiffany tried. She also, Tiffany had a chipped tooth that looked like. Like, by golly, this show was bad. She didn't want to put her over sandbagging too. And I think she chipped a tooth. I just felt like they had a little chemistry and are still pissed at each other. But it was a decent match. Like, there was definitely a lot of receipts and no sales from both sides. And Tiffany Stratton did look a bit roughed up. She got her front left tooth, I think, chipped. So it's just a bad show, God. My God. And then your main event of the evening. Seth Rollins defeats Roman Reigns and CM Punk with the help of Paul Heyman. You know, Roman Reigns, CM Punk down the ring. Paul Heyman gets a chair. He looks, who's he gonna give it to? He gives it to CM Punk against the ring, hits him with a low blow, hits a chair shot to CM Punk. He turns around to Seth Rollins. You know, with that Shield callback on him with the chair, and then Paul Heyman hits the low blow. Just that aura of Paul Heyman. I could see it coming, but it was still fucking great. That was the first match. I would say second match that had that Mania feel to it. This felt like WrestleMania. That match was the match of the night. By far. It was a shit show with a great main event. So, I'm going to give this show 3.5. The only 2 things really saving this for me is the main event and the United States Championship match. Well, I guess Tiffany Stratton retaining 2 was a lot better. But yeah. But I think this is going to be part of a bigger story. Michael Cole mentioned selling his soul to Paul Heyman. I think Seth Rollins and The Rock are going to cost Cody Rhodes the championship. John Cena wins, and The Rock gets Seth Rollins as well. I'm not 100% sure, but that's just what I'm going to predict. People may not like it, but that's just what I'm going to predict. I don't know. Maybe it's just hatred of CM Punk. I don't know. But yeah, that's my review for WrestleMania. Loved it. So, yeah. That's really all I gotta say. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Peace. I'll see you guys tomorrow for night 2 of WrestleMania.